Hi, friend. If you are new here, I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist and trained intuitive healer. I am so excited to have you here for Power Talk, the podcast. We have new episodes every two Tuesdays. So every other Tuesday, you can find us on any app, any podcast app. We are there. I'm so happy to have you here today. I'm going to teach you how to change your money reality now. Not tomorrow, not in 7 months, not next year, now. Of course, we always, things take time in our human perception of time of walking these things out. So when I give you anything, sometimes we need to root to it and allow that to do its thing. But in terms of the energetic blueprint, what is around you, and in terms of plugging in what we want into your electromagnetic field, which is your manifestation field, we do this now. The second it is done, it is now. And in quantum time, everything is happening in the now. It is just our human perception of time that has to walk itself out. So when you go, is this working? I don't think I did it right, or it didn't work, like the second, like tomorrow, when human doubt starts to creep in, and that is truly your survival system kicking in, trying to keep you safe. Because if you were to believe that your money reality could change now, that is potentially dangerous to your subconscious, which is responsible for keeping you safe and alive, not wealthy. Your subconscious mind does not care if you are wealthy. It cares that you are alive. And if you haven't been wealthy before or consistently, if that hasn't been the case, to your nervous system, that is a threat. To your subconscious mind, that is a potential danger that could make you be in physical danger. So your subconscious mind is not going to welcome in, which is what is unfamiliar. So you, as the it girl, welcome to the it girl multiverse. Welcome. Hi, I'm Caitlin. So happy to have you here. You, as the it girl creator, coming from, you literally came from the creator of all things. I believe God, who is source, whatever you believe in works best. That's perfect. You came from the creator. So you get to create as the creator. And as we know, money, we don't take it with us, right? We don't take it with us. So what I'm going to teach you today is how to take money so less personally. You're taking it way too personally. You're bringing too much emotion into this. And this is why you don't have it or have it to the level that you want. We are going to make this familiar to your subconscious mind. And again, be the it girl that commits to something, that devotes to your vision and to this being your reality now, knowing that we put it in today. So energetically it is done. Then every day we get to root to this and make it stronger and stronger and stronger, that it literally has no choice. Literally, like the universe is almost embarrassed that it hasn't given it to you yesterday because of how rooted you are to this in your manifestation fields. It has to act it out back to you. It absolutely has to. The only way that it does not is when you go literally tomorrow, because we are used to things being so immediate with obviously our phone, social media, everything is so immediate. Like I'm actually reading, I can't believe I'm sharing this right now. And not that I care, but just off topic. But I'm reading a Harry Potter fanfic right now, and they use owls in the fanfic the same way that obviously in Harry Potter they used owls to speak to each other. So, it's not like we're waiting for a literal Hedwig to come through the window and give us the message. We are so used to immediacy. My phone has been tripping out a little bit, and a reflection for me. And as I was trying to send something, I'm like, why? Literally last night, I'm like shaking my phone, like, why isn't this working? And it had been probably 10 seconds. We are so used to immediacy that we need to realize it was immediate. It did happen. It was done the second you decide to do this. Then, in our human world that we decided to live on, souls, meaning we decided to live here on planet Earth, we are abiding by the universal laws of this universe that we live in, knowing that it was already done. But in our human perception of time, it just needs to walk itself out. And the only way it's not going to is when we doubt ourselves. And it's human nature to doubt, because again, like I just said, it's part of our wiring system. So that's potentially dangerous. If I were to believe that my reality changes today, that makes me feel all sorts of things. Like I have money now. it's a whole new thing, and it's almost like you don't want to let yourself even believe that because you don't want to be let down, and that feeling of feeling let down feels really icky and really ugh, like it's not fun. It's like you're heartbroken again, like this didn't work out again. And you don't want to do that again. However, as the it girl, you need to take risks in life, meaning this isn't, in the scheme of things, it's not super risky, right? Like you're not jumping out of a plane. However, it can feel like that to the nervous system. But if you want to change your reality now, not tomorrow, not next week, now, then you have to be able to be uncomfortable in the way that this is unfamiliar. So it's going to feel uncomfortable. I can promise you. I can promise you this will feel uncomfortable to you. And it is the only way. It is how I have done this and my clients have done this, where you go from a money reality that is so scary, literally so scary. I have everything that you might be, going through in your nervous system, and comparing yourself to someone else honestly isn't super helpful because everyone has their level 10s. Your higher self chose your level 10. So it doesn't really matter if you're like, "Oh, well, that's, mine's way worse." It's like, congratulations, but also that's not the truth because your higher self chose your level 10, which is going to be different than someone else's level 10. It's still a level 10 to them. So your level 10 financial fear, it doesn't really matter what that looks like in our reality because again, everything is just your creation, and everyone is the main character of their own story, right? So everything is happening the way that you wrote it out in your fields, whether you subconsciously did so, which you did, or consciously did. But this is something that if you don't like your money reality now, we get to change it now and then have the belief. And it's okay if the doubt comes up because, again, it's just trying to keep you safe, but immediately catching that thought before it comes a thought pattern and giving yourself that unconditional love of going, no, this is perfect. I see what's happening. My subconscious mind is just trying to keep me safe, which is so perfect. Thank you. But I am choosing this wealthy thought, right? I am choosing to know, no, it's already done. And this is something that I teach in It Girl Activation of being the It Girl detective. This is how you create that wealth that I was talking about with my clients. How I had a client that came to me that was completely, this is just one of many clients, but so again, no shame about where you are. Literally no shame at all. Your higher self is just trying to give you these lessons and we get to learn them so then you change your reality with money today, right now. So no shame if you're like embarrassed about what your bank account looks like, if you're in debt. There are ingredients to debt, just like everything else in this universe. And when you unmatch from those ingredients from debt, it no longer plays out in your field. So we're taking this is personal, I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm critical. Self-critical is the worst thing that you can do for your creations, for your fields. It manifests in excess weight, it manifests in headaches and migraines, it manifests in so many ways, skin irritations, like I can't even tell you. So it's just seeing the thought and lovingly choosing something different, understanding this is what I've been choosing over and over again, which is why this has been created. And I get to choose something different. And it is going to be uncomfortable until it becomes familiar to your subconscious mind. Then this will be happening almost on autopilot with your subconscious mind. There's still new levels of where you can be self-critical and it's so sneaky, and then we can catch it and then you can continue to up level and up level. Money is always going to feel, new levels of money is always going to feel this way. So it doesn't matter if you're like, well, I have no money right now, so any amount of money feels this way. It's still going to feel this way when you're at 100K years. It's still going to feel this way going from 100K years to 150K years. It's still going to feel this way. And knowing that now and going, oh, it's always going to feel this way. Now we can root to wealth because we're not going, okay, if I had the money, it would feel different. And you are creating separation right now in your reality from thinking, if I had money, I wouldn't feel this way, because we're going, no, you always will feel uncomfortable. It is a sign that you are financially getting wealthier. I'm going to come back to that in a second. But I strayed a minute from where I was and I want to hop back. So if I were to say to you, money is just money because you can't take it with you, right? When we leave this planet, we can't take it with us. We're not going to take the money with us because it is just paper. It's just a number in your account. When you really get down to it, it is not actually yours. It's something that your fields, you created something and it came into your account and the way that it did. and you created it. Incredible. You were matched that amount of money, but it is not something that is an attribute or quality of yours. It is not like your red hair or your brown eyes or your sense of humor, right? It is not a part of you. It is not really yours. It is just something that you created. So when you can stop looking at it like this is something so personal, as if it's like an arm or a leg or my eyelashes or my smile or how intelligent I am, then we can stop making it so personal. Then you can stop being so embarrassed or ashamed that you don't have it. So if I was to say to you, and I want you to answer me right now, and trust me with this exercise if you're new here, I am always taking you down paths and it always comes to where we want to go. I am a genius at how the mind works. And that is why I do what I do, to work with your mind in a way that gets you then to be able to root to new concepts, make them familiar so that we can change your reality with whether it's love or body image or whatever that is, money for you, we get to change it. So I know how your mind works. I've studied the mind for years and years and years. I am trained in this. So just stick with me. If you're like, Caitlin, you feel it, you sound like an a-hole right now. I promise there's a purpose for it. There's always a method to my madness. So when I say to you, money is just money. You can just create more. Like if you were to come to me and be like, Caitlin, I can't pay for, I feel like I'm not going to be able to pay for my house. I feel like I'm not going to be able to pay for my health insurance. By the way, these are all positions I've felt before many a times. I'm not going to be able to pay for my house. I'm not going to be able to pay for my health insurance. I'm not going to be able to pay for my utility bills. I'm not going to be able to pay for the vacation for when my best friends is getting married. How do I go on the bachelorette trip and the destination wedding and the this and that and that? These are all places my nervous system has been before. And so if you come to me and you say this, like, I know actually, Caitlin, I don't have the money in my account. So I feel completely freaked out. I am so scared. I'm so terrified. And I say to you, well, it's just money. Money is just money. You'll just make more of it. What is your reaction to me? I really want you to think about it. And it's okay if you feel pissed. It would be normal if you felt annoyed or frustrated. I go, well, it's just money. And you're like, no, but I literally need to pay for these things. And I go, well, it's just money. Money is just money. What is your reaction? I'm assuming, intuiting that your reaction would be, well, you think that because you have it. Money is just money to you because you have it. Or like that would be, that's nice of you to say because you have it. So that's fun for you, but that's not my reality, right? Money is just money because you have it. I'm going to say this again. I want this to start clicking. Stick with me. Money is just money because you have it. Money is just money because you have it. I'm not going to have all these feelings of shame or guilt or self criticism or fear or being terrified in my body because it's just money. Money is just money. And you go, well, money is just money because you have it. So of course it feels like that to you because you have it. So it doesn't feel scary to you. You're not self-criticizing. It's not, how am I going to do this? It's not terror and worry and how do I support my family or my friends or whatever that is, or myself, because money is just money if you have it. So this is what I want to get you to now. Do you see that if we create separation between ourselves and the beliefs that we will have, I'm getting chills through my skull, which means higher self is going, yes. um, if we create separation between ourselves and the beliefs that we need to have to match to the thing, right? If we create separation, well, that money will just be money when I have it. So if you put, I'm on the video right now. So if you're listening to me, look up on the screen. If this is you here and you're like, well, I don't have money. So money feels scary. Money feels terrifying. It feels unfamiliar. It feels like scarcity, right? Right now, because I don't have it. And then we know this is not your first rodeo here. If you are here, it's because you have a really great understanding. You train on this, or you listen to podcasts, or you read books about creation, of manifesting. This is not your first introduction to this, I can guarantee it. So you create things through your thoughts, which are those electric messages. Literally, a thought is electricity being coded into your fields. The beliefs, which are those thoughts built up over time and repetition over and over and over and over and over again. And then your energy and everything about it. Obviously, I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but everything, your actions, everything working aligned. You know that someone that you have to be someone that has the thoughts, the actions, the beliefs of someone that has money, right? To have it. We know this. So if you have to be someone that has the beliefs, the thoughts, the actions of someone who has money to have it, to be a match to it, if you have to have those things written in your electromagnetic field, which is the same thing as your manifestation field, and you have to have those things, and you're going, yeah, but money isn't just money for me because I don't have it. Do you see how are we supposed to ever get here if we're here? If money is just money because you have it, can we become this? Can we get to this belief of money is just money because I have it? Can we plug that in now? Yes. We can plug it in now. We can go from the self criticism, the fear, the shame, the embarrassment, the guilt of money isn't just money for me because I don't have it, to money is just money, taking all the personal stuff away, all the personal stuff of the I'm embarrassed, ashamed, guilt, all of it, the frustration, the fear, and just go, money is just money because I have it. If you were to able to go, money isn't just money, it means all these things about me, and go, what if it means nothing about me? What if it is something I just matched to? In the same way that I matched to the matcha I created this morning, because I had all the ingredients in my kitchen to make the matcha. You know I'm a matcha girly. I have bags on bags of my matcha. I got my almond milk. I've got my ice. I've got the Symbiotica product I like putting in there for the extra brain power. So I've got everything, all the ingredients in my kitchen to make a matcha. I matched to a matcha this morning. Yes? What if I just matched to money? It means nothing about me, literally nothing about me, nothing personal. In the same way, would you be embarrassed if you didn't match to a matcha this morning? Would you be embarrassed that you didn't have a matcha this morning? You would just be like, no, I didn't have the ingredients to make a matcha in my kitchen. So what? So what? Who cares? Can you do that with money? And why not? Why not? I just simply don't have the ingredients to match to money right now. Nothing personal about me. There's no reason to be embarrassed, ashamed. You could go tell everyone on the street, all of your friends, you could text them and say, I wasn't a match to money today. And it would be fine. The same way that you could text them all and go, I wasn't a match to matcha today. I didn't have a matcha today. They'd be like, are you okay? Why are you texting me that right now? Okay. They wouldn't care. Could we do that with money? And can we make it something that's not personal? Can we make it just that you didn't match to money, and then go, okay, if it's not something so personal, if it means nothing about me, because again, I can't take it with me when I go. It's not my arms, it's not my fingertips, it's not my lips, it's not my teeth, it's not my sense of humor, it's not my incredible work ethic. It's not an attribute or quality about me. It is simply something I match to. In the same way that you have ingredients to make a matcha, there are ingredients to finances. There are ingredients to a career that you are lit up by, to an engaged community that is so soul aligned like the one that we have today. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this yet. In the membership, I'm going to keep recording. So this episode, I'm going to keep recording after this podcast episode is done, and record an all new membership module for those members in Manifest from Power. You're going to get a brand new module called Be the Leading Lady in Your Career Now. Again, not 3 years from now. Now we get to keep building the most powerful, potent, fulfilling, satisfying career that is full of wealth and joy and that creation of like, I'm so excited. I can't believe I get to do this. That's how I feel every day. We get to keep building on that in the same way that I was saying we get to keep rooting to these ingredients until it's almost embarrassing that the universe hasn't given you these soul aligned community members. So I'm giving two energetic ingredients inside of the membership. I'm going to be putting that in. So if you're listening to this now, that means it's available in the membership now for the members. Two ingredients that go alongside with the diamond of every season leading lady hypnosis that you have been enjoying so much. It's one of my absolute favorites in the hypnosis vault inside the membership. So this is going to be the piece of understanding of having everything deepen at an even deeper level as your subconscious mind is rewiring to have all those things in your field to be the leading lady in your career now. You're also getting two new ingredients. And then you are understanding the concepts behind this because I've been asked time and time again, can you tell us like what did you do to create this community? What did you do to create this business? This is the first piece of that. I don't know how this is gonna what I'll do in the future because I know not everyone in this community is a online business owner. And by the way, this module is not just for I made these ingredients for career, no matter what career you are in, but that also includes if you're creating your own online business and creating a community of soul aligned, not just like the numbers. Who cares about the numbers? It's I'd rather have 10 of you than have 50,000 people that are not aligned with my work and that it would be like talking to a brick wall. They're like, I just want to manifest my ex back. By the way, I got off on a tangent. I'm gonna have to get back to that client. I had a client come to me wanting to manifest her ex back, and I said, I will not be helping you with that. However, what I can help you with is creating the self image that will make you so in love with yourself that you will not care for 1 second about that ex. And she said, okay. I said, I'm not helping you do that. I'm not helping you bring the ex back. It's very, very possibly true. He'll probably want to come back. He'll come crawling back once you are so in love with yourself and we get your self-image levels up, 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 up. And she said yes. And now she's still working with me to this day. What she has created is incredible in her fields across all 8 areas of life, and she can't even believe that that's like what she came to me with. Like it's mind-blowing to me. I almost forgot because she is so in love with herself, and she actually had like a really incredible relationship that wasn't the one for her, and that's okay. We have these type of relationships that actually gear us up. They're almost like practice relationships where our souls and their souls are learning these things so that when we have the best match for us, we've learned. It's like we've already gone through the ropes course, right? We've already gone through and gotten all the skills, the communication skills of how to be a partner before we don't have any of those things and we go mess it up with the one for us, right? So she had an incredible relationship that she was very happy with. It wasn't the match. And then now she's very happily dating, where she was just telling me the other day that she was on a date. She's like, first off, my social calendar is completely booked. I'm completely booked and busy. She has multiple incredible suitors. And one of the guys was asking her, like, what is it that you're looking for in a partner? And she responded to them and she was like, I really just want someone to witness me. And I was like, what a queen. But of course, she's also going on and on about like what she would want in a partner besides that. But like basically letting him know that, like going on about what she would want in a partnership, not in a partner, but then also looking at and going, I don't need anything from a partnership in the way that before she was like, I need my ex back, right? And now she's looking at it going, I just am open to matching with the best partner for me that can really see me in everything who I am because she unconditionally loves herself now. So anyway, I got on a little bit of a tangent. Never happens here. But I wanted to tell you about a client that I had that came to me completely stressed about money, completely her in that fight or flight or freeze. We've all been there. Trust me, one day I will do a financial course because my higher self, a mastery I'm supposed to master in this lifetime is financial mastery. So when I tell you I go through every single thing, and of course I've had the most incredible ingredients that work so incredibly well. However, with me, I want everything to be the best. So I'm not going to do it until I feel like it's the absolute best financial program that anyone has ever created in their entire life and in this entire lifetime for everyone. And that this, I want to have I want to be closer to the mastery when I do it. But you can bet that when it is out one day, it is going to be the most incredible financial program probably ever created. That is what I'm aiming for with it. But we're not there yet. And what I wanted to get back to is this client's fight or flight or freeze. And then now she is at 190K years in her own business. When she came to me, she was working for someone else, and which there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But obviously, there were things that she didn't like about that. And now she only answers to herself, has her own schedule, is working with incredible clients, and she's at 190K for the year, and it is only June. It is only June. That means we are halfway through the year. She's at 190K year. And when we first started working together, she was not close to that number. So these are things, again, it's not personal, it's just matching to it. So if we can get to the point of money is just money, if you can get to that point when what I want you to do, your acceleration assignment leaving this podcast today, is I want you to, anytime you start getting a fear, a worry, when your nervous system starts to go around money, and you're like, how am I going to do that? How am I going to pay that? How is this going to work? I want you to gift your nervous system. You know, that is something I'm always telling you here. Gift your nervous system. I'm not the person to tell you just go out and buy the designer bag, because if you have that now, then it's going to be in your fields now that you are. No, 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 no. That makes you go into fight or flight or freeze, because subconsciously you're going, I can't afford that bag. So don't go out and buy the bag. Go, I had the choice, because that is the truth. I had the choice. You could go get a credit card right now, put that designer, Chanel, Prada, whatever, pick your flavor. I could go put that on a credit card right now. So it's not that I can't do that. It's not that I can't afford to do that. It's not that that's not possible for me. It's possible for me now, and I'm choosing to gift my nervous system. I'm choosing to actually purchase something to invest in my growth. Maybe that's like a course or something. Maybe that's a program. Maybe that's mentorship of some kind. Maybe that is a spa day to completely restore, rest, so that you can come back to whatever it is that you're creating, feeling like I gifted my physical body and my nervous system that gift of slowing down, of recharging, of being treated, right? So there's so many things. That's an investment. An investment, obviously, if you're learning skills in a program or working with someone, that's going to be that investment only comes back with interest, right? Because now you have these skills. It's not like going buying the bag, and then the bag, which a bag can also be investment if you get energetically behind it in the right way. But just with this example, the bag, you buy the bag's value goes down right as soon as you buy that bag. It's like getting a new car. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it has decreased in value. So, and again, a car, you also, I'm just with these examples, but with a car, you could also get behind that's an investment. I recently bought a car, and I actually feel like that's an incredible investment, because the wealth that I feel driving around in that car now is beyond. And I've never been a car person. So that was an unexpected one for me, actually, until I intuited that it was time for me to get a car, because I've never cared about. I'm like, can it get me from A to B? Is it cute? Perfect. So everything we can get behind. But with these examples, do you see how, okay, a course or a spa day or a vacation where I go be with my family or be with my girls, those are investments that actually live on in the way, because now you have that rejuvenation, which actually allowed you to go do the thing that you just didn't have the energy to do. And that also helped you increase your communication skills on the vacation. It helped you increase things in your family area of life, of bonding and improving your relationships with your family. So you see how there's different things that are investments that come back with interest. And of course, the skills that you learn in there, if you get ingredients or neuroscience tools or whatever that is, you get to go make more money with those tools. So you see how the bag could just be the bag and that's it. And then there's investments that come back with interest. So what I want you to do is when you are going to spend money, when you are getting paid money, when thoughts come up around money that are not serving you, meaning again, it's just a choice. It is not personal. Money is not personal. So if you have a thought come up that says, I didn't do enough today, I didn't get enough work done, or I didn't get the things on my to-do list done, or I wanted to start building a career on the side of something that really lights me up, but I didn't do it again today, or I could never do it. And anything about doubt, like, well, who would want to buy that from me? Or why would my product be different? Or why would my service be different? Whatever these sneaky self-critical thoughts, catching them, I want you to catch these thoughts around money and go, money is just money. Take anything personal. So whatever you're saying about yourself, you're going, okay, well, I don't have the money to purchase this bag or whatever in that moment, and going, and you're beating up on yourself and you're going, I can't buy that bag because I didn't do enough, or whatever you're telling yourself. There's always a story there, and pay attention to that story. And then I want you to change the story in that moment, and you will start disrupting these thought patterns. This is actually a neuro-linguistic programming technique where you bring up the thought. So the thought will come up and you're going to pattern interrupt and you're going to choose a new response. And then your nervous system, in time, again, our human perception of time, repetition, repetition, your nervous system will learn this new response. And then you won't have to bring so much effort to it because these thought patterns are now all going to start changing. And then these thought patterns become beliefs, and these beliefs become rooted into your manifestation fields. And then every person, event, circumstance, situation has to act out what you wrote in your field back to you. So every time the thought comes up, I want you to see, where am I making this personal about me? Where am I saying this means something about Caitlin, or insert your name here? Where am I saying I can't buy this, or that was a stupid purchase, or wherever you're beating yourself up, being critical and making it personal, and just going, money is just money. And then if you go, well, that's easy to say when you have it, go, why can't I root into having this now? Because again, when you have money, you still have choices. I still have money. I still have the choice to go buy something super lavish today or to not. And often I go look at the thing that's super lavish and I go, that wouldn't feel good for my nervous system. Is that a great investment, Caitlin? Is that something that will come back with interest? And often the answer is no. And I want to keep building my wealth. It is fun to watch wealth grow. It is fun to watch it increase. It is a powerful it girl creator thing that you get to do no matter what your circumstance is. Because as I just mentioned, when you put these things into your field, they have to, all circumstance, all people, all events have to reflect it back to you. As long as you keep walking it out with your human perception, and when the doubt comes in, this isn't true for me, just go, money is just money because I have it. And I want you to root to that, because you do have, even if you're listening to this right now, you're listening or watching me on some sort of computer, on some sort of phone. You could go sell that phone or that computer right now for money. So that tells me you actually physically could not be watching this if you didn't have money. It doesn't matter how much is in your bank account. If it's $10, you have money. That is the actual truth. If you went down to the courthouse in a court of law and you argued, I don't have money, I don't have money, they would go, okay, pull up your bank account. And if you had $10 in there, that is actually not the case. It is actually not the case that you don't have money. You have money in your account. You have money. It doesn't matter if you have debt or credit cards or whatever, and you're like, well, that money should be going there and da 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 da. It doesn't matter if you root to money is just money because I have it. And you see that that's actually true. Could I, in a court of law, disprove this statement? Money is just money because I have it. No. And I want you to start as the It Girl Detective. Again, this is something I go in so deeply in It Girl activation and in my work. But I want you to start showing yourself evidence because the subconscious mind loves evidence. If you go, this is true, it goes, no, it's not. But when you point out these specific pieces of evidence, how do you argue with that? In a court of law, you could not argue with that. You have money. If you're like, yeah, but I don't have enough, da, da, da. There's money all around you. Again, in the laptop, in the phone, in wherever you are. If you have a bed to sleep on, if you have a couch to sleep on, wherever you are, there is money all around you. So you need to start pointing that out. And if you're like, well, I don't want to, that sounds like a lot of work, whatever, fine. Fine. Stay in your reality. That is your choice. You get to choose that. But if you want to start pointing out evidence that supports your new reality that you literally decide now, and it starts writing into your energetic fields, that is true now. And then you get to just keep stacking the evidence, building brick by brick the evidence that your subconscious mind can no longer argue with. And when your subconscious mind can no longer argue with it, it is true. And then what is true is written in your fields, and every person, event, situation, circumstance has to act that out to you. So if you believe money is just money because I have it, you're going to start getting opportunities. People in your life that feel that you have money. People like being around people that have money. It just is the case. That's why, you look up to people that have money, even if they're like a total douchebag. And you're like, why would I care what they think? And you're like, oh, it's just because they have money. You get to be the it girl, the person with the kind heart, the genius gifts, abilities, everything that you are meant to bring to this world as the creator. With that light, you are a light being, and you get to be the person that has money. But you have to decide, you have to point it out when you feel like that's not your reality. That is only because that has been the pattern that you have been thinking over and over and over again that created those thought patterns, created those beliefs, and then wrote that in your fields. Because your subconscious mind, that's what you know. And maybe you had money for a second and then you lost it. It's because these patterns run so deep and your subconscious mind wanted to keep you alive and safe. So you went back to what was safe. But now you get to make money safe. You get to make money familiar. And you get to go, money is just money because I have it. And point out where you have money around you anytime you doubt it. So I want you, as your acceleration assignment, anytime you have a doubt thought, a self-critical thought, anything around money, your value, around finances, around wealth, around your career, around your job, any of it, I want you to catch the thought and bring awareness to it, because this is going to give you the keys to what needs to shift in your fields. And wherever you're making this personal, I want you to just go, huh, what if money is just money because I have it? And let yourself answer that. Like, ask the question, because your subconscious mind loves questions. It's going to help you give evidence to that. What if money is just money because I have it? And then this actually means nothing about me, and I'm not being self-critical. So now I'm putting into my fields, I actually unconditionally love myself, which then again, all the people around you have to unconditionally love you. And then everything in your fields is now no longer, you're not creating migraines, headaches, excess weight, all of these things on your body that are trying to tell you, please stop being self-critical. You are the creator. So then all your fields, everything shifts. This is a really fun time. It is a fun time to create things that you want and you get to. So money is just money because I have it. It's nothing personal. And again, bring yourself to these pieces of evidence that I gave you. Listen to this episode over and over and over again. Start at different points of the episode because we can only hold on to so many minutes at a time, and start at different points. And then it will hit different when you listen again and go, oh, yeah, I can't take this with me. When my friends and family tell me, when they describe me to other people, or if they were to say their favorite parts about me, or even just parts about me, they're not going to talk about what's in my bank account. It means nothing about me. It means nothing about me. It's not my arm. It's not my nose. It's not my eyebrows. It means nothing about me. It's not personal. And the only reason I've made it so hard for myself to match to money is because I'm making it personal. I'm making it mean something about me. So now all these emotions, all these beliefs are tied to money and why I can't have it. But if I can start detaching those, if I can start making money neutral, because money is just money because I have it. If I want to make more, I can just make more because money is just money. This, when you are able to separate it and see there's no reason to be ashamed, no reason to be guilty, no reason to be embarrassed, no reason to think that how much money you have means you're not smart. Some of the most brilliant genius people in the world have been dead broke. It's not a measure of intelligence or skill or love or heart or any of it. It simply is something you match to. So this is something that you can start doing that now will unmatch you from the not so gorgeous things you've been creating and help you root to the you. If you're watching me on the screen, remember, you can just match to a matcha because you have the ingredients. And then you can just match to money because you have the ingredients. But if I had the ingredients in my kitchen today to make the matcha, or if I didn't, that doesn't mean anything about me. In the same way that if I had money in my bank account today or I didn't, that doesn't mean anything about me. And remember that your higher self is giving you lessons. And one of my favorite things to remind myself and clients as I go through my financial mastery, that one day I will share all of it. Obviously, my one-on-one clients get a lot of my financial ingredients, that because I wrote everything down that I did to get to where I am now, which is so incredible and wildly different. Every 6 months, I can't believe how much I've shifted and how much I up level in 6 months. It's wild to me. So this doesn't have to take forever, but you need to be devoted and dedicated to yourself and the kind of life that you want to live, even if it were to take 20 years. It's like I would be doing this career even if it took this long. And just so you know, I started this. I started the Instagram account for my business in 2020. 2021, I was getting all my certifications, training. 2021 is where I started offering. I think the membership was born in 2021, I'm pretty sure. And it's been several years. And it's okay if it takes several years more. My higher self is giving me so many lessons, and my life gets more beautiful every day. If you're not new around here, you know. Hotter, richer, more fun every day. We get to do that. That's actually wired into the It Girl hypnosis inside of It Girl activation, is every day you get hotter, richer, and more fun, because what's better than that? So this is something that we get to decide, we get to create, and you get to decide now. And when you decide now, know that it is done and that every day you're just rooting to it. You're just making it stronger, but it was already done. So it's not that you didn't do it, it's that it was already done. And because it was already done and how incredible that gets to be for your fields, why wouldn't you keep adding to it? The financial ingredients that I do, I keep doing them because they work. So yes, I add in new ingredients all the time, but the things that I'm thinking about doing actions throughout my day, these beliefs are now a part of me. The ingredients are now a part of my fields and what I believe, and my nervous system knows these things to be true. So as I'm looking through things, I'm thinking ingredients that I implemented 6 months ago, because why would I stop doing them when they work? The same way when you do this now, you're not doing it because this isn't true for you now. And the second it's true for you, you're going to stop. That's when you F your fields. You're doing it because it works. So, of course, I'm going to keep doing it. Why would I ever stop the work? So, I'm going to leave you with this. Members, we're going to continue into the new module in Manifest from Power. That is how to be the leading lady in your career now. This accompanies the leading lady hypnosis inside the membership. And this is going to give you 2 ingredients to, like I was saying, root to throughout your day, throughout your life, that will catch these thoughts and put in the things in your fields that will completely uplevel every area of your life and, of course, your career. I'm so excited to give you these. And this is only such a small piece of what you can create, which is so exciting because you will see the results as long as you catch those doubt thoughts and replace them with what you're choosing. You will see the most incredible results with just what's in here, but then the 2 actual energetic ingredients I'm giving you in that new module in the membership, just those, and then pair that with the hypnosis. Hotter, richer, more fun. You're going to be the leading lady in your career. This is the type of, and rooting into it now, not later. This is the type of woman that walks into the room and in your career. So, like, into the workplace, and it's like, we want to hear what she thinks. We want to know what her idea for this is. We want to promote you because you have the best ideas. And this is something that people feel the second they are in your presence. And because I wired that into the hypnosis, and then these ingredients are just going to accelerate those further. Again, in that human perception of time, there are things that we can do to accelerate faster. And these ingredients will do that when you're bringing these through your everyday, catching those thoughts. And then your subconscious mind is going to be working alongside with the new rewiring of everything that's in the hypnosis. This is where we want her to work for us. We want her on our team. And of course, in every area of life, but this is something that is really, really fun to play with in your career, because why wouldn't you? You are the it girl. So I hope you had the best time, because I know I did. I will see you back here in 2 Tuesdays for another episode of Power Talk Podcast. It was really fun to do this one on video so that I don't do that often so that you can see me, but it was a really fun time and I can't wait to do that. Continue this further in the membership. Thank you for being here so much. And then if you haven't already, go find me on Instagram. We'll be friends on Instagram. And I will also put the It Girl Prep. That's my free gift to you. That is like priming your mind so that anything you learn, in addition, any of my work that you start implementing in will land even faster because you are priming your mind in the same way with like a makeup primer. It is going to prime you. Our mind learns by repetition. So these are going to be the pieces in play that give you that primer so that if you do decide to get into the very advanced epic, I was going to say SHIT, but the advanced epic neuroscience tools that revolutionize your whole life and your self-image. And of course, as a result, then your finances, your love life, everything. And there are ingredients as well for sexual attraction, chemistry, all those fun things, unconditional love inside of It Girl Activation. If you decide to do that, if that's the line for you, this will prime your mind to get the utmost results from that program in the fastest perception of time with human time. So that is my gift to you. I'll leave that below if you haven't grabbed that yet. And if not, I will see you back here in 2 Tuesdays on your favorite podcast platform for a new episode. Bye.